Okay. While
I say
you're all
this? Waiting, however, this Legend of Zelda game will be coming to Nintendo Switch.
What?
Please take a look.
Skyward Sword, Skyward Sword.
Twilight.
Skyward Sword.
It's Skyward. Dang it. As soon as we said Skyward.
Let's go! Woo!
Dang it. Oh.
Yes! Oh, it looks so good!
I mean, it looks okay. I wouldn't say it looks good.
Oh, it was so muddy on the Wii. Oh.
I'm very happy for you.
Get him, let's go! Let's go!
I love that we both instantly knew it was Skyward and had
What you've just
opposite
seen is The
reactions.
Legend of Zelda Skyward Sword HD. This game originally
We saw the bird
released
in the distant
2011
sky.
on the
As soon as we
and
saw
now
the
it's coming
sky,
to
we knew what
Nintendo
it
Switch.
was.
The Legend of Zelda Skyward Sword featured a control scheme in which players would use the Wii Remote
Oh, so you're gonna
Plus
use the
controller
nunchuck?
as a sword and the nunchuck
Oh, wait.
controller as
How
a
are we gonna
shield.
do it?
With the increased
Will we use
processing
the
power of
Joy-Cons?
the Nintendo Switch
Probably.
system, the controls here are smoother and even more intuitive. And we've recreated the controls for the sword and the shield here by having the player hold
Yes!
two Joy-Con controllers.
Good. I'm glad they kept
The
that.
Joy-Con controller in your right hand is the sword. Swing it to have Link swing his sword in the game. The
If they
Joy-Con
have a
controller
Pro
in your left
Controller
hand is the
version
shield.
and you
By
play it with
lifting the
that,
controller, you can raise the shield to block
lame.
enemy attacks.
You're a cheater.
You can perform other actions like using both controllers to wield a bow and arrow. These physical movements add a sense of
Oh, that
urgency
boss is
and
so
tension
hard.
to combat. But
Yeah.
we've also made it possible to play the game with button controls to ensure it can
We're
be
gonna have to
played in
get two
handheld
copies.
mode or on the Nintendo
Yeah.
Switch Lite system. After mulling over how to assign different gameplay elements to different buttons, we decided to apply the sword motions to tilting the right control stick.
Huh.
That's interesting. So it's still a challenge. You got to
Tilt
do
the
it
stick
just right.
down when you want to swing the sword downward,
You still get. There's still
Swing
a
to
bit
the
of a
right,
challenge. All right. So it's not
to the
cheating.
left, or diagonally.
That's gonna
Just
be
tilt
weird.
the stick in the respective direction.
Yeah.
I like that.
I do too, though.
Here's something else we've been working on. Specially designed Joy-Con controllers. The right Joy-Con controller is themed after the Master Sword, while the left features a Hylian shield motif. The
Wow.
Legend of Zelda Skyward Sword, as the game depicting the earliest story in the Legend of Zelda timeline, details the events around the
But with
creation of the
stickers,
Master Sword
they're
itself.
The
Fine.
Joy-Cons.
But
We
It's
hope that
Skyward
everyone played the game
Sword!
with
Hey!
Wii, and those playing it for the first time will enjoy discovering the origins of the Legend of Zelda.
We're gonna have to get 2 copies.
none of the
Legend of
good
Zelda
ones
Skyward
were
Sword
right.
HD launches July 16th.
Anniversary!
Following this Nintendo Direct, you'll be able to pre-order the game on Nintendo eShop. And the specially designed Joy-Con controllers will launch on
I'm
the
getting a
game's release
physical,
date
thank
at your
you.
local
I know.
retailers.
Definitely
Many of
physical.
you may already know this, but The Legend of Zelda Skyward Sword was the last original console game prior to The Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild game, and it was still following the established conventions of The Legend of Zelda. However, it gave a glimpse into many features and innovations that would eventually be adopted in The Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild. Using the sailcloth to descend in midair,
Yep.
a stamina gauge that depleted as you scaled walls with vines or
Yep.
land. Even the concept of collecting items to upgrade gear. I hope those of you who've played The Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild will give this game a try as well.
People really hate this game. Worst part of the game right there. That was the worst part of the game. That flooded Farronwood's Tatones
Please
is
look forward
actually
to The
bad.
Legend of Zelda Skyward Sword HD.
Well, what did you think?
All right.
The Legend of Zelda
It's a thumbs
Skyward
up from me.
Sword has been optimized for Nintendo Switch. It includes intuitive motion controls and button controls by tilting the right control stick.
Oh, I've been waiting for this for so
Okay,
long.
The next
A really
game
long
will
time,
be
yeah.
our last announcement for today. Please take a look at this.